morning
Good afternoon.
and good evening on this last day of 2026.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's next year, 2025.
You know what I did this day last year?
What'd you do?
Fell in a river and broke a rib.
That is right.
That was,
Took a while
yeah.
for that thing to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Learned my lesson.
but yes, don't back up with too small of a net with too big of a fish.
That's right.
There you go. Well, welcome to being here. It's a come as you are party.
Well, that's just exactly like life.
Mhm.
You know, you show up exactly as you are in the current moment of your life.
Mm.
The circumstances are all yours. Let's talk about listening.
Yes.
Because if you don't listen, you won't excuse me. If you don't listen, you won't hear what's being said.
Yes.
Now, the chances are you won't hear what's being said anyway. Because you see, we usually, you know what a cache is?
Mm-hmm. And he's not talking about the money you pay when you're not using credit card or your phone or
cache is like a screenshot of what was. And then you apply that to everything new. So instead of listening, when I mention listening, if you're a regular to this show, you'll say, oh, I've heard this before. I know exactly what he's going to say. So I don't really have to listen to this. Or you will think that you understand what I'm saying just because we use the same words, but you translate what I say into your words. So in fact, you constantly repeat to yourself what you already know. And there's no possibility of discovering something newly unless you intentionally suspend. I was getting my suspend mixed up with my intentional. If you suspend your internal conversation and let what's being said come into you, but it has to be done intentionally. It's not an accident. Anyway.
As you're saying that, and I'm listening to you.
Yes.
I find a different experience of me. As I'm listening, all of the activities that we've done today, the busyness, the plans I have for the future, what I did yesterday, all of that fades away.
Yes.
And I feel almost like I'm pulling strings of me back into me. And with a breath, I'm centered. And I'm really enjoying that experience of listening.
That's great. Well, that's what listening does. It pulls you. As long as you're not judging what's being said or comparing it to what you already know.
Or you're not judging yourself if you're at first toggling in and out whilst listening. Like if you're in a busy mood or a distracted mood and you start listening and then you realize that your capacity to listen in this moment is a bit diminished, or you find yourself speedy, you can judge that state, which compounds the challenge with listening rather than going, look at this. So when we said this is a come as you are party, as Shai was talking about listening, it's an opportunity to just see where you are right now without doing anything with the information.
Yeah, but you see, it's not about seeing where you are. It's about being where you are. Because if you're in a conversation about where you are with you, then you're not here. You're in this conversation about where am I? But if you listen, that's all it takes to get into the current moment of your life. And that listening is enough to have your life transformed.
That's a great place to start with our first guest.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Janet, welcome to being here. Tell people, please, where you're zooming in from?
Well, hello, this is Janet, and I'm zooming in from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Nice.
Great.
Nice having you with us.
What can we do for you today?
I'm excited to be here. I love the theme, Come As You Are Party.
Mm,
I was actually giving myself a hard time because I didn't have a question. I was like, I don't really have a question that I want to ask, but I did have a thought I wanted to share. So earlier today, when that alarm went off and I had to get up, I thought to myself, man, I don't want to. I'm going to stay here another 10 minutes or so. Now, I know there's like a struggle that goes on in there, but the mind is so powerful. How do, how do you even try to manage it, or do you just let it go and flow?
Well, slow down for a second because you see, you're talking from the point of view of the mind wanting to manage the mind. See, it isn't that. See, your being doesn't care whether you spend an extra 10 minutes in bed. It couldn't care less. It's the dictator, the in that voice you listen to that tells you you should get up or you should stay in bed. It's the voice itself that's wanting to control the voice. I should want to just jump out of bed in the morning. That's the voice. Or stop pushing on me. I need a break. That's the voice. It's the same voice.
Remember, Shai was talking a few minutes ago about a cache, the screenshot of what was.
Yes.
How old were you when you developed the idea, I have to get out of bed?
Well, as you say that, I remember my father walking into the room when I was a little girl, about 7 or 8, telling me I have to get up to go to school.
Right.
I hadn't had that memory in a long time.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you for that. I haven't had many memories of my father in a long time.
Mhm.
And not getting up. And then I remember him coming back and starting to slightly pull the sheets off little by little.
Yeah, you got some really good attention and love by the lounging in bed. It was a really great strategy.
Right. It got his attention. He came back.
And he came back not yelling at you, but in a loving manner, messing with you, which was the point. We don't give advice on this podcast, but I have found something that I love to do
Why don't we give advice?
because that's change, strategies for the future.
Mhm.
And what I uh, do here, what we all do here is to the best of our abilities, uh, share our experiences of being alive. And from there, it makes it easy to live rather than have to go through your brain and have strategies to live. I tell the truth about what time I actually need to be up. And I tend to set my uh,
Oh,
alarm so that I have a 10-minute window because I've discovered that there's a 9-minute snooze on my iPhone. So in the morning, if Shy and I need to be up at a certain time, like today, we wanted to get started a little later. So I set my alarm for 7 and I set his for 7:10, or he sets it for 7:10 because mine is by the bed and his is a little farther away. And then if I hit the snooze, it's like a luxury I'm giving myself rather than, oh God, I have to get up. But interestingly enough, we woke up and got up before either alarm because we were ready for our day. We had a late night, but it didn't matter. It was like, I am awake.
I love that.
The other thing is that I need more sleep may be that same old program that worked when you were a child. It may be the same cache, the same reality.
Well, the conversation says, "Oh, I don't want to get up." And it's an interesting thing that the conversation is a repeat. You know,
You've said that to yourself
many,
many
times.
times in your life.
So it,
Haven't you?
Every morning.
Oh, well, maybe not every morning.
sometimes I set a super early alarm. I have an idea. I'd like to get things done early in the morning. And if I wake up and my body is so fatigued that the idea I had the night before is not a good one, inappropriate, I reset my alarm. And if it's not, I get up. You haven't discovered, Janet, that number one, you're not your voice.
The voice you listen to that calls itself Janet
every
from Jersey
day.
City.
When it's being kind, probably has other nicknames for yourself when you're feeling a little less kind towards yourself. You could trust yourself.
How about something novel?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't do your life wrong. See, I don't know. I have an idea, but I don't know what religion you were born into, but I have an idea. But if the God of that religion were to say something to you similar to, Janet, you're doing your life exactly the way you're supposed to do it. This
Janet,
is exactly
you're
what
doing your
I
life
want.
exactly the way you're supposed to do it. This is exactly what I want.
Wouldn't you just be so gleeful about going about your life the way you're doing it? You're not saying anything.
You
I'm
can't
so,
just grin big and know that.
that's right. Yeah, I'm grinning like from ear to ear here, but I would let myself off the hook. I would be kinder. You can't do it wrong.
That's right. You can't do it wrong. And guess what? You're doing it perfectly, my dear. In fact, if you look, you've been smiling more than you have in your whole freaking life.
I feel good. I'm just gonna say it, and a lot of it has to do with transformation made easy. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. It's because it's allowing me to be a little kinder to myself.
Why do you have to say a little? See, you're being as kind to yourself as
you know how
to be, as you can possibly be. So if you discovered that you're being kinder to yourself, congratulations.
The quantification is your mind and change. We want to get better at everything. So I'm being a little
better
kinder.
Is a little. See, it's a little at a time. Transformation is I'm better.
This is it.
This is it. This is me. I'm fully blown exactly as I am in this current moment. I cannot be different than this. I am complete. Not I'm broken and I'm working my way back to some semblance of normalcy. That's the world. But in transformation, which is a real phenomena, your life can transform in an instant. In fact, it's the only way your life transforms. Instant to instant. It isn't a little at a time. It's a full-blown Janet.
I love that. I love that. I know I'm smiling a lot and you all can't see it, but it just feels so good. And I want to keep it.
And look, well, forget about keeping it.
Try to keep it.
Keeping it is a guarantee to losing it. That means you're working on yourself to try to maintain a state that your mind approves of.
Like the past one was not so good, so you want to keep this one for the future. It's like a past future strategy rather than allowing yourself to be how you are in this moment.
And this moment.
And
that's right.
Yeah.
You can't do it wrong.
Well, when you say that now, you're saying it like a new mantra.
Right.
It's like a new aphorism as
go.
opposed to an experience. Yeah. Oh man,
Look,
you're so smart. Your mind is so tricky. It wants to like, okay, good. I got that one. I got that from this. Yeah. Were you going to say something?
It's gone.
Good.
No, it's just gone.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for being with us today, Janet.
Thank you.
Happy almost New Year.
Yeah.
Happy almost New Year to you both.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. It's time for our listener feedback spotlight, where we hear from one of our listeners about how transformation has impacted her life or his life.
If you want to learn more about our seminars, any of the upcoming virtual courses, visit transformationmadeeasy.com.
That is Transformation Made Easy, easy.com.
I love it.
Thank you.
This is Zoe in Manhattan, and I love listening to Ariel and Shaya's Being Here podcast. It's something that keeps me recentered. It can be like taking a friend for a walk with you, and it's just a wonderful way to bring myself back to this moment.
Do you want to have well-being with consistency? Connect with people all over the world from the comfort of your own home at Ariel and Shaya's lively interactive Living Made Easy virtual seminars. Join any of their 2-hour online events or take a deep dive into the magic of being you at a virtual weekend seminar. Come on, let's connect. Find out more and register at transformationmadeeasy.com.
Thank you for listening. We're ending this year, on to the next. Don't know if you'll be listening to this podcast in the archives, but if you're not and you would like to join us for our Living Made Easy 2-hour seminar, we have 3 that are upcoming.
They're virtual.
The first virtual seminar is this Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 1500 Central European. And then we're doing 2 special events on Monday, Transformation in the New Year. It's both in a time zone that is easy for the Europeans. That's 1:30 in Eastern Time Zone, but 7:30 at night for those in Europe, and one at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for those who find that time zone is better for them. We always think that it's kind of nice to start the new year with transformation, so you don't have to pick on yourself for what you think you did wrong and make resolutions for how to be better in the next year.
Because you did that last year and the year before that, and the year before that. You said it, and then you were good for a couple of days or maybe a week.
And
but it didn't last.
Even if it did last, even if you said, okay, that's it, I'm not going to do this. What if there's a possibility for everything to be easier? Let's explore it.
Okay, we've got a couple of weekends, actually 3 that we're going to be speaking about. New beginnings in January 10th and 11th, that's a virtual seminar, yes?
Yes.
Yes. And then March 27th to 29th, we're doing the Power of Listening, which is
Happening in New York City, Friday
It's-
night, Saturday, and Sunday.
yeah, an in-person event.
Mhm.
Okay. And then we're doing the Freedom to Breathe on May 14th and Being Boldly You on May 15th through 17th. That's in person in Hamburg, Germany.
You can find out more about our seminars at transformationmadeeasy.com. And if you've missed Costa Rica 2026, or even if you haven't, Costa Rica 2027 is getting ready to open. So stay tuned. Let's take our next
Yes.
guest. Micah, welcome to being here. Where are you zooming in from?
Hi, Ariel. Hi, Shaya. Hi, everyone. I'm zooming in from Düsseldorf in Germany.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What can we do for you today?
When I read the topic, I was really excited, and I can see that I can see that I expect from the world to take me as I am, but I'm not allowing the world to be as it is.
Okay.
So, for example, I go out in the room and there is a dog or a cat, and then I don't want to sit next to them because I have an allergy. Or I go in the room and there's a lot of perfume from a person and I don't want that, so I move away. So I have a clear picture from the world or my surrounding, how it should be.
Oh, very good. I like that.
But it makes my world sometimes really small, because then I avoid that or go to another place. So it makes
So
life.
here's the thing, my dear.
Mhm.
You want life to conform to your standards.
And preferences.
Yeah.
Now, life really doesn't give a rat's ass how you feel.
Yeah.
You know that? Life doesn't care. Life is like
Yeah.
gravity. You lean over too far and you fall. Gravity doesn't say, oh, Mike has been a good girl today. I'm going to forgive her.
Let's give her a break, shall we?
She's leaned out too far, but I'm going to let her stay hovering in the air there rather than bring her down to the ground. Gravity is consistent and it doesn't care. So life shows up the way it does.
Yeah.
And you have a filter through which you judge life as it should be different than it is. It's never going to be different than it is. The only one who needs to change here, at least in attitude, is you. Now, you may not like that. You think, no, in a better world, it would be the way I want it. Cats and dogs would not be allergen producing.
Yeah.
People will not be posturing, but that's the way people are. That's the way cats and dogs are. That's the way the world is. So you can either upset yourself when things aren't going the way you would prefer, or you can take a breath and relax and be where you are.
I get this weird image, Micah, when you talk about, for instance, walking into a room and there's a cat or dog there and you don't want to sit next to them because you're allergic. It's a little bit like driving down the street and seeing a parked car and deciding that's your spot and you should be able to park there. It's like walking to the room, there's cat and dog, you don't want to sit next to them, so you either sit someplace else or exit the room. then it's a fact. It's like when you're driving, you're looking for a parking place and all the parking places on that street are taken. It's a fact. You might have a preference to park there, but if it's not available, it's not available. So somehow you are personalizing your preferences rather than just saying, oh, it's a fact. I can't sit there. I'm not going to sit there.
You know, all your problems are just facts.
And
they're problematic because you say no to them.
And they're really first world problems.
Yeah.
I mean, you got food in the refrigerator, the rent is paid. You're in Germany now, it's winter time. There's heat on in your apartment. I mean, and you've got nice clothing to wear. You've got everything you need, except your mind is a dissatisfaction machine. It's nothing. Have you noticed nothing is good enough for that voice that calls itself Micah?
Yeah. And especially when I don't know, stressed or haven't slept well. So
No.
okay.
See, that's the reasons you give yourself to allow yourself to be a brat. How's that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see, you give yourself reasons why, as though those reasons are the cause of your discomfort, rather than you're not comfortable from time to time. And you blame it on the circumstances rather than just notice, I'm not comfortable right now.
Yeah.
See, what if it has no cause? Your body, you know, is made up of, I don't know how many, but I will say billions or many billions of cells. Mm-hmm. More than I can count, more than you can count. There are all kinds of cellular systems that work in your body, like a nervous system, a digestive system, a circulatory system, a respiratory system, etc., etc., etc. You even have a system that grows your hair. You don't think about it, it just grows. Mm-hmm. Well, in all that amazing machinery called your body, you could not feel emotionally well from time to time. You can be upset from time to time. And so if you blame it on something that isn't actually causing it, you keep it in place.
I remember one of our very first larger seminars that we did at a health expo. We had several hundred people in this room, and it was in the 90s and or late 80s.
Was this in New York City?
I
got the room.
And this baby was crying, and you could see out in the room the pockets of people, like a person here, a person there, got really irritated, like the baby is ruining my moment.
It should be here.
And we said we hired that baby to be because there are three principles. Anything you resist owns you. It dominates your life. It grows stronger. Anything you judge, don't want, don't like,
say no to,
it owns you.
Yeah.
Second principle, life shows up exactly as it does. One moment you may be tired. Another moment there may be perfume in the room. Anything you see or allow yourself to smell, in this case, without judging, completes itself in an instant. It's not that the perfume in the room necessarily dissipates in an instant, but your ability to be where you are without distress, just poof, it's there. Distress is automatic often, but staying in distress is a choice.
Wow, yeah.
See, when you disagree with the way your life or your environment is showing up, you get upset.
Yeah, and take the whole world with me.
Well, what if you're the whole world?
Yeah, but my environment, wherever I am.
Well, you didn't hear what I said.
Oh,
What if you are the generating source of your universe? So if you're upset, your universe is upset. And when you're well in yourself, your universe is well. What if it has to do with you? And not to put any pressure on you to be different than you are. But if you can allow yourself to be the way you are, you transform. And then the next iteration shows up of what's possible.
How you doing?
Much better. I'm good.
I love much better.
Yeah, that's a good correction, by the way.
I love that answer though, because much better is like taking to see how you were and looking at seeing how you are now and seeing whether you've progressed forward or backward. Like I'm better or I'm worse. It's like, how are you now?
Yeah. Good.
Good. So nice to be with you.
Yes.
What a great way to
Thank you.
That is a great way to end the year or begin the year, as you will.
Both are
You
true.
know, every moment is the beginning of the rest of your life.
Well, that's why we're doing new beginnings. It's like this moment is new and this moment is new, provided you're not relying on your cache of what was and overlaying it over this moment. So, yeah.
Or comparing this moment to a moment you would prefer. Because, you know, if you tell the truth and look, every time you've preferred a different moment to the moment you've had, even if you got what you wanted, it was never enough. The mind cannot be satisfied, and the being doesn't care. But you can have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Or should I say, Shotzi?
I'm assuming, do you get our newsletter, Micah?
Yeah, I get it.
I'm telling people, get our newsletter. If you want to get inspirational videos, blogs, information about what's upcoming, they're beautiful too. We have so much fun putting together pretty things. And so if you haven't done that yet, not as a New Year's resolution, but if you'd like to, please, go up to transformationmadeeasy.com and sign up for our newsletter. The blogs also, this is for you, Micah. I don't know if you know this, they come in German. So whenever we produce a blog, if you go up to the website, you can do the pull down menu and swap it to German so you can read it in your native language. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, we have a really talented team of people who volunteer to translate it so that it's in everybody's native, our friends in Switzerland, Germany, in their native tongue. So just saying that.
Next week's podcast.
Yes. The beauty, you ready for this? The beauty of being yourself.
You don't get it. In this universe, on this planet Earth, there's only one of you. There may be billions of others, but there's only one of you. You are unique. You are amazing. The only one who doesn't know it is you.
And we're going to explore that thing next week. So come on back.
And don't miss
being here.